Hello, and welcome to the first recorded video I've ever done. I felt like doing a quest, but since it's gonna be just a little short thing, I didn't think there would be enough time to stream. Here we are. Today we're gonna be doing the Bard quest. We're gonna unlock it. It'll be a good time. This will be my first time doing it. The Bard. Well met, Freyr. Would that we had time for banter, but we're all up in arms here. Yet another Ixali dirigible has been spotted over the Twelveswood, you see. The reappearance calls to my mind the Battle of Griffin Crossing. Well, I say battle, but most are agreed that massacre would be rather more apt. The Ixal dealt us a crushing defeat that day, right around this time of year. It was more than 2 decades past. A humiliating episode in our history, to be sure, but heavens forbid that we ever forget it. Failure is the finest, if not the kindest, of teachers, and few things drive a man better than its sting. But do let's speak of cheerier matters. Mayhap you've already heard, but a renowned archer has recently returned to the Twelveswood, the one they call the God's Bow. It's just a title, of course. His birth name is Yantel, and he was once a god's clipper. The man was a legend even then, and there was no honor greater than being taken under his tutelage. But that's not all there is to him, mind you. Yantel was also a skilled bard, one of the rare few capable of inspiring others to great feats through song. Hey! Upon learning that the God's Bow has returned, dozens of us flocked to him in the hopes of training under a legend, yours truly included. Alas, the meetings haven't unfolded quite as we had hoped. Yantel has refused to teach each and every suitor that has approached him thus far. Though it should be mentioned that the topics he is reluctant to instruct us in do not include poetry and song. He seems exceedingly keen to teach us all about them. Some few of us were tempted to take him up on the offer, save that we have a nation to defend. Far be it from my intent to belittle all those bards out there, but I like my chances rather better charging into battle with a quiver than a harp. And here we were hoping that transcendent mastery of the bow might be ours. By the sparkle in your eyes, I'd wager you have an interest in that selfsame poetry and song. Come now, there is no call for shyness, and there is more to life than battle. If you would present yourself as a pupil to Yantel, I happen to know his whereabouts. I'm given to understand that he has made his camp somewhere west of the quarry mill in the South Shroud. Yantel is an agreeable sort of fellow, and should be willing enough to meet with you. Truth be told, I'm still holding on to hope. If you could find a way into Yantel's confidence, mayhap he can yet be persuaded to train us. I wish you the best of luck, friend. Alright. West of Quarry Mill. Off we go. Alright. Everyone, my chocobo. Sir Whiskerstein IV. He's a lovely boy. Isn't he, Freyr? Alright. Wow, he just like really smacked me in the back of the head. There we go. That's what you get. New friend. Ah, another guest. You are kind to pay me a visit, young one. Naught gives us elderly folk more pleasure than the company of the young. Add to that a steaming pot of tea and the beauty of the Twellswood, and we could want for little more. Ah, but the curl of your lips tells me that tea and scenery are not what you desire. You seek knowledge of archery, I take it. In which case, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Frere, was it? Yes, I am Yantel, the one they called the God's Bow. But that was in another life. I had long cast aside my bow, taking instead a harp to my breast. For years I have lived as a bard, going wherever the wind blows, exulting in the beauty of creation through song. To be sure, I still have the eyes to recognize a promising archer when I see one, and you, young one, have promise. Keep your nose to the grindstone, and one day you may count yourself a virtuoso of the bow. Yet know that virtuosity is worthless without virtue. Aye, the words of the ballad of the vainglorious fool tells us as much. You truly wish to remain and learn poetry and verse? Well. I must admit to being rather taken aback. In uncertain days such as these, there are few indeed who would devote their time to song as opposed to the more tangible endeavors. You intrigue me, young one. I find myself growing curious as to how the melodies of old might find expression through you. I do believe a certain friend of mine would be of the self-same opinion. Aye, that would be as good a place as any for us to begin. Listen well, Frere. There is a Moogle named Pucknopoki, who can oft be found wandering in areas situated east of here. I would have you present yourself to him. Pucknopoki is possessed of a discerning eye for talent. If he sees potential in you, I should be well satisfied that you indeed have the makings of a bard. Heed me, O puissant Althic. Turn thee over the hourglass of time, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. Now, interesting. We got Moogles involved now. Come, Whiskerstein. Here you go. Ow. Yep. Pop. Yep. Yup. Run. They all want me. They all want me. I don't like this. Please stop. Please, can you don't? Can you don't, please? Thank you. Hello, Moogle. How could this have happened? It's just so embarrassing. A blunder for the ages, Kupo. Oh no, are you stuck? You understand what I'm saying, don't you? I mean, to a point. That's a rare talent. I'll allow, but you've caught me at a bad time, Kupo. Now be a good adventurer and show yourself out. Yantel sent you. You should have said so sooner, Kupo. You do know that Yantel is no ordinary bard, yes? His songs can salve your heart and strengthen your resolve. They can banish your fears and fill you with hope. And that's not even scratching the surface. Why, to hear him perform is like bathing in sunbeams, Kupo. I've asked, begged, and pled more times than I care to count for Yantel to stay and sing in the forest. Only now has he deigned to set foot here again, but he's refusing to sing for us. It's a blatant breach of a promise, Kupo. But what's this? Why, your being resonates with a chord similar to Yantel's. Perhaps even identical, Kupo. By the 12, this means that things may yet turn out as planned. Why, You might even have it in you to surpass the man, and that's saying a lot, Koopa. Egads, your coming had so excite me. My predicament nigh escaped my mind. There's a charm that I had meant to give Yantel, you see, but it was stolen as I napped, Koopa. I roused just in time to espy the thief and attempted to give the chase. Alas, drowsiness robbed me of my balance, and I was delayed by this tree. Last I saw of that overbold brigand, he, or possibly she, was scurrying towards Tanker's Rock, Koopa. Now I realize we've only just met, but would you mind recovering the charm and delivering it to Yantel in my stead? He ran into a tree. Oh. Oh. Poor cat bat. See if I can scooch my way around here. Nope. All right there, bud? All good? Okay. Get that there, stolen. Great. Good. Have you recovered the charm? I have. You did it, Koopa. Please, now you must deliver it to Yantel. Tell him that Puknopoki thinks him a cunning rogue, but is excited nonetheless. So excited, in fact, that he can't help but sing. Koop la 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 la. Here we go. Off we go, Whiskerstein. Welcome back, Fur. You have a charm and a message for me from Puknopoki, you say? I do. There you go. Cunning rogue, am I? I suppose I must explain. Puknopoki and I go back a long way to when I first took up the harp. I made a promise to him then, one day that I have yet to make good on. Puknopoki has long desired that I remain in the Twelveswood to sing for the rest of my days. Regrettably, I have been ill able to oblige him. Duty called, you see. I had battlefields to stand upon and comrades to protect. Moreover, an event came to pass that rendered my being in the Twelveswood problematic. I thought that by taking eager souls such as you under my wing, mayhap it would suffice to appease Puknopoki. Of course, he saw straight through my little ruse. The Moogles lack in grace, they amply make up for in wit. Creatures are great lovers of song. That you return with this charm is proof positive of his high regard for your potential as a bard and archer both. The charm is a crystal known as the soul of a bard. Puknopoki asked that you bring it to me, but he meant for you to have it. It is a gift from the Moogles, bestowed upon those they deem worthy of walking the path of the true bard. The soul of the bard harbors memories of the past, verses and refrains sung by the bards of old. As you gain in worldly experience, more of these memories will find expression through your being, imbuing your song with powers untold. Now it may surprise you to hear that bowmen and bards are as next of kin. By the same token, mastery of song is dependent upon one's prowess as an archer. The sense in this will be lost upon you at first, but in time the realization will dawn that bow and harp are but stringed instruments played by the same hand. Go now, Frere, and let your body and soul drink deep of the melodies of old. When next we meet, I hope to see a fully fledged bard standing before me, one who exceeds even Puknopoki's wildest expectations. Excellent. Excellent. it. Yes. Now that we have that equipped, let's head back. His name is Simpkin. Hello, Simpkin. Have you come to listen to the silken strings of Simpkin, traveling troubadour and master minstrel? No? You do, however, have the look of one who lives life on the road, and on the subject of wondrous wanderings and the musical expression thereof, I do mayhap have some small wisdom to offer. When I suddenly find my heart stirred by some spectacle of nature or inspiring act of daring do, I simply let the emotion of the moment flow through my fingers and into my heart. I've found no sound to be as achingly beautiful as one born from that instrument of genuine joy or wistful sadness. You need no special training or knowledge to give voice to the music of the heart, only a willingness to play the score as it writes itself across the soul. If you can accomplish such a surrender, then you will have created a piece unique unto yourself. And what melody could be more precious? I knew from the moment I laid eyes on you, there is a man whose spirit begs for instrumental interpretation. Pray release your inhibitions and favor the world with your performance. Using the performance actions, you are strictly prohibited from performing the music of any third parties. You may record and upload your performance and hereby agree to license such recordings to us for use by Square Enix or others in accordance with the terms of the Final Fantasy Material Usage License. Okay. Performance actions unlocked. To begin, you should simply play whichever notes catch your fancy, let whimsy carry you up and down the scales, revel in the soaring heights and plunging depths until you find a song which resonates with your being. Painted with the experience of your adventures, the timbre and tone will be yours and yours alone. Ah, I wonder what manner of music will fill the air. May the wind catch your composition and deliver it unto my covetous ear. You have learned Perform. When playing as a bard, performance actions can be found in the Actions and Trait window and can be accessed under Character in the main menu. Well, let's see what Kate can't figure out here. Performance. Oh! Oh, wow. Do they have a lute? Help, settings, mute other performance assistants. Aha! Interesting. try this one. Alright, well that's gonna be it for me today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. My musical untalentedness. It's been great fun. And I'll see you all soon. Ciao.